the agents of the unexplained. Grab your gear and let's journey into the mysterious world of cryptids and the paranormal. Get ready for an adventure into the unknown. Listen carefully as you are guided through the unexplained and cryptid phenomena that challenge our understanding of reality. Here is your host, Bill Rigby.
Hey, good evening, all. It's a new night. I got Biker Bigfoot here tonight. A lot of you know who he is. Some of you don't. But let me explain something about him. He's big, he's hairy, and he knows about PTSD. My buddy Ron Howell. But let me tell you, before I bring him in, I put last night on my Facebook page, I'm back in the game. My health is back. That means I'm going to be doing more lives. I'm going to go into the woods. I'm going to be at 3 different events speaking. Here, let me show you. I will be at this one. I'll be speaking the 28th and the 29th. I will be at this one, October 5th and 6th. I'll be speaking on the 6th at noon. We're going to talk about the paranormal Bigfoot, which that's why Ron Howell, he's very paranormal. But yeah, he knows I'm dogging on him. But then, November, we're going to be down at Greene County at the fairgrounds there in Waynesburg for the Paracon, hosted by Outside Paranormal, SWP. I'll be speaking there. Yes, I'm back in the game again. But anyhow, let me bring the one and only, the wild man himself, Ron Howell. There he goes. Told you he was ugly. That's not his Biker Bigfoot. But anyhow, welcome back, Ron. Glad to have
Thanks
you.
For having me back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
A lot of things have changed since the last time I've been on the show.
Yeah, let's see. He got a new girlfriend.
Correct.
Hold up. Let me say this. Don't even go there, shithead. He got a new girlfriend. They didn't start going everywhere together. Events, museums. It's Ripley Museum, of course. Don't think he went to the real classical ones, because they might keep them.
Hey,
and at the one event,
I
he made some new friends at these events. Guys from Mountain Monsters. So he did some talking to Willie, I think it was.
Yes.
And turn around, they made plans. So down there at the event, he proposed. And she accepted. Boy, she don't know what she's in for. No, I tell you what. I met Christy this summer up there in Marionville. She's a sweetheart of a lady, and she's always a joy to be around. So, Ron, you got yourself a good woman.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
The universe finally answered my prayers.
Yeah. But when I saw that post, that video of you asking her to marry you, it's like, when you first started out, you're saying all this. That's some bitch is asking her to get married. He really is.
I wasn't letting this one go.
No, the Mountain Monster guys were all in on it, and they were very excited about helping out doing this. And Willie filmed it.
I know that's been posted all over the place, so hopefully everybody got a chance to see that.
Yeah. But other than that, What else has been happening?
Well, work's been the same. Home has been changing. Been doing a lot of remodeling here, and making everything more manageable around this house, and just updating, so to speak.
Time out.
What?
Womanifying.
What?
You're
Womifying?
Yeah, the house.
Wait a second. You know just as well as anybody that her and I are perfectly matched. Our tastes are a lot alike. So to be able to walk into my house right now and have that woman's touch in this house is the same touch that I would put on it. I just didn't think about it. She put her mastermind into this, and she's been doing a wonderful job helping me get this place up to par.
Yeah, because it's not a bachelor pad no more.
No. No,
For the people that don't know, Ron and I pick on each other all the time. Every chance we get, we'll throw a dig at each other.
And it's been like that since day one.
Yes, it has. And it really has. And I consider him a brother. We've been tight from day one. And
absolutely.
So I'm definitely going to pick on him throughout the show, folks. So be prepared. And
yeah, if anybody saw the podcast last time I was on your show, ended up being 3.5 hours long. So,
oh my God, yes. Yeah. I don't think we got one thing accomplished.
Maybe that little bit. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I think everybody was watching was having a blast with it.
Yes.
So that's why I love getting on podcasts. I like to meet new people, and this is one of my favorites because of how close we have become. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about that you and I have been involved with together, and it's just like you said, we're brothers, you know.
Yeah. And
it's not just the field, like we're brothers, you know. That's it. We clicked from day one. When you know, you know.
Then, Ron has come up to my event, the Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference from day one, which I pulled a slide thing on him. And because Ron, for the ones that don't know, he has a PTSD group. It's called Believe in Yourself, where he working with soldiers, and now he's working with people in general that had sightings of Bigfoot.
Yeah, all through the cryptid world, and also the first responders.
Yes. And so I gave him a certificate of appreciation at my first event. I told him he was giving it to another veteran, I had it one for this other veteran who worked with the vets since he got out of the service, and he was a non-vet.
You totally had me that day.
Yes, I did. I even had tears in his eyes. And so with that, I clicked with them, and we talked about my PTSD from my sighting a couple of times. And, what you're doing there means a hell of a lot, because so many people struggles with that. And,
if you step back to where this all started from, I mean, obviously it started from childhood on up, because it doesn't matter what happens in your life, you can get PTSD, whether it's a social distress or a personal distress.
Right.
It could be something that would do with your family. It could be bullying in high school. It's just anywhere you see distress in your life can create PTSD.
Yes. Yes, very
being
much
that
so.
I dealt with a lot of it through my life. And then later on, after being in the service, and I joined the Legion, and being in the Legion, I was commander at the time, which I'm no longer with them now because this got to be so involved with what I'm doing with my page. I stepped away, but while I was there, that's what got me to start my page because of everything that I seen going
Right.
on being in the Legion. So
And,
it expanded.
and what it kind of shocked me how it really took off for you. Because it took off big right away.
I was blown away. I had no idea where I was going to go with it. I just knew that I needed to step in and do something to help. I know there's a lot of other groups out there, but what's one more guy out there putting boots to ground, trying to reach people? And I think that's the reason why I put this collaboration together, which I know this is the reason why I put this collaboration together, because putting a little bit of laughter into something so serious actually gives people some kind of a comfort. And going out there in this costume, and I have a personal patch been made. It's on my vest that says what my page is. And I have so many people walk up to me and say, thank you. Just thank you. You know, I'm like, well, I haven't really done anything, but just the fact that I'm making this awareness, the fact that I'm out there and going to these shows and doing what I'm doing, there's just a big recognition for that. It's
well, that's the thing. People don't understand how much that means and helps you. So,
well, yes. Me being able to help other people helps me with my own issues.
yes.
Yep. Kind of a healing for myself. I still struggle day by day with certain things. It doesn't mean that it has gone away, but you know, I'm also still learning too. You know, with every person that I meet, they tell me a different story and a different way that they've coped with it, or maybe they haven't coped with it and they're still struggling with it, or a family member struggling with it. I mean, you know, one of the biggest reasons why I started this is because of the funerals that I went to while I was in a Legion for suicide because of PTSD. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I'm trying to prevent. So, you know, I became an advocate for suicide. You know, it's just, I hate seeing people struggle. I know the struggle is real because I go through it.
And I'm right there with you. You know,
no, that's,
I still have times that it's hard for me with mine, when the flashback of the fear I had and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, it doesn't. I could say you can subside it, but you can't always get rid of it.
Well, there's another issue with that because a lot of my PTSD growing up, I caused myself to have an anxiety disorder because I bottled it inside.
Right.
So, you know, being bullied in school, not having the greatest childhood with certain aspects of it, you know, I bottled up a lot of the stress that I was having, ended up with anxiety disorder, and, you know, I have an ulcer from it. And because of all that stuff, it kind of made me like put myself into a shell where I didn't really interact with a lot of people. So when I decided to put the costume on and go for my first ride to go do this, the day that Biker Bigfoot was born, I kind of looked at it as
I was there.
I'm putting on a mask to allow me to be a different person.
Right.
The more I did it, it allowed me to be that same person out of the mask. So in turn, you know, I'm basically Biker Bigfoot all the time because I have allowed my goofiness out and just being more open with people. And like you said, you got to see me for the very first time the day that Biker Bigfoot was born. You know, and that's whenever Les O'Dale came over to me and wanted to talk to me about it all. Because I come riding into this show on the bike in the Bigfoot costume, and it stopped the show.
It really did. It really did. Everybody come running over.
I ain't never seen anything like that.
I'm standing there. I'm like, now that's cool. Now all these people and the kids.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Let me tell you about that day. When these people came around me, I had no idea what to expect whenever I showed up. Okay. Now I seen the posts for the show and I kept on throwing hints because I had pictures of me in the costume and I kept throwing hints that I'd be coming. I don't know how serious people took me for it, but when I showed up, I had no idea what to expect. And I'm sitting there on my bike in the parking lot of Hillman Park. And I was like, okay, where do I park my bike? Because I have a feeling that I'm going to get bum rushed here. So I'm like, I need to shut this thing down and let people come over because, I got crowd coming and they're wanting pictures with this weirdo on a bike,
Yeah.
Crazy guy, what Les called me. And it was fantastic. And what really touched me was the fact that after this, there was this one family particular that I remember and this is before I decided to actually make this a thing. This mother brought the children over, husband, everybody, they came over for a picture. And as the children walked away, the mother leaned over and said to me, she says, you know what, I wanted to tell you, thank you for coming today. I said, oh, it's no big deal. I just wanted to come and do this. I've always wanted to be part of the show, blah, blah, blah. She says, no, you don't understand. Today's my daughter's birthday, and all she wanted for her birthday was to meet Bigfoot, and I showed up.
Yep.
Well, let me tell you, I was already sweating in that suit. I started tearing up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like just like really hit me.
Yes.
And I was wearing my Legion Riders vest at the time, so people knew that I was military and stuff like that. And it just kept going from there. Me doing this with my Legion vest on, it started getting recognition throughout the other legions. So not only was I the vice commander at the Legion, I was also the assistant director of the Riders group, and I was also assistant director for Region 1, Legion Riders, which put me in command over 20 different legions. Now, mind you, I had to go around to these legions and I had to get to know everybody. And that way they know, hey, I'm the guy that you come to if you need things squared away. So now they're seeing me on Facebook, and then they see what I'm doing with this costume, and that I'm out there doing this recognition towards PTSD, and I'm just being this goofy guy that I don't care what people think about me being involved with Bigfoot, because yes, there's another stigmatism out there because people don't believe in Bigfoot, criticize us that do.
Yes.
So I had to power through that through my life after my sighting at 13 years old. I had to power through it for years. And then here I am in this costume and I'm in a Legion. A lot of these people, they bury away all of their distress. And here I am just being this goofy guy in a costume. And everybody's just like, dude, that's just stupid, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe in that. And I'm like, hey, you know what? This is what I believe in. This is what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you do, that's great. But it started opening people up the more and more I did it. And I started getting a lot of the guys and the ladies that were interested in Bigfoot amongst the legions were like, hey, this guy is okay with it. Maybe we should out ourselves and hey, I'm involved with the belief of Bigfoot and other cryptids and stuff. So it kind of opened up a lot of people. So it's not just the
You're saying other cryptids and that. There's a cryptid that you should check into. Okay. This cryptid's like a troll. His name's Ryan Tremblay. What's up, brother? He's out there. He's always come to troll me. And my good friend Norm Domack, who has Beta Wave Blue Media, said, first time I saw Ron, I was driving down the highway. And I thought, that was the greatest thing. You are awesome.
Wait a second. You seen me going down the road?
Yeah, he did. And
I tell you, it is. I love the looks on people's face when they see me in an intersection or going down the road, because I purposely will stop at gas stations and pretend like I'm filling up my bike just to get people's reactions. I love that. I love that.
now, here's what he said too. I would be concerned that some drunk would shoot at me trying to get a reward for a Bigfoot body. But right, he's out there. He thinks that's awesome. And the thing is, the costume brings attention
Yes.
to your cause.
Yes, it
which
does.
is great. And you're, like you said, some of the people at the Legions were saying that, well, we don't believe in that stuff. The thing is, I tell the people, I don't care. I ain't lying to you. I know what I saw.
Yeah.
I know how I reacted. And I got people that still come up to me saying, Bill, you're the Bigfoot guy. Yeah, that and among other things, and they start talking to me. That actually watches the podcast. I don't know if they watch it at the same time, but or they catch it on the YouTube later, whatever. But it makes me feel good that they're paying attention. But figure
Yes.
out, hey, yes. And I do get reports that way too.
Well,
Do you have people come up talking to you about their PTSD?
absolutely do.
Okay.
Absolutely do. Yes. After I'm out of costume, I will actually put my vest on. Like for most of the day, I'm not in my vest because it gets pretty warm. Most of the shows we are at are years. But
yes. Even at mine, you're running around sweating your butt off because we're inside a warm building. I got to say hi to someone that just popped in. Sabella Irwin, how are you doing? My beautiful friend. Now that's a great lady out there. A lot of people know her.
Hello.
She's a great artist too. And we're trying to make her win that motorhome and trip. The last thing I got was she's still in first place on the votes. Sarah Knight says, hi, guys. But yeah, with the, they're coming up talking to you, that helps you, that helps them. Am I right?
Yes, it does. I love being able to talk to people and tell my story, and then they open up and share their story, because you know how many times I have been in the middle of a story and a family member is standing off to the side, and they'll turn around and they'll be like, I've never heard you tell this story before. I have been able to bring stories out of people that they have never told their family members. So to be able to get people comfortable enough to speak with me is, I guess you can say, a win for me, because it makes me feel so good that they trust me enough to be able to speak about this, which is opening them up.
Yes.
So when they open up and tell their story, it kind of, what I look at it is it's kind of letting a piece of that PTSD away.
Yes.
By being able to let it out.
Yeah. I can go along with that, because at the one meeting I had when I was with the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, we had that dinner and a meeting. It was a small group that came this time. Usually it's between 20 to 35 people. Oh, well, there was like 8 of us. And one person was outside smoking, and I went out and I'm BSing with them. And that this couple comes in. They go, "Is this the Bigfoot meeting?" The lady said, and I went, "Yep, you go inside to the right. And we're in that room there." And the guy looks at me and says, "I'm not going to say nothing while I'm in there." Okay, you don't have to.
That's quite all right. They're coming and getting.
Yeah, she says, "Yeah, I made him come to hear this."
Yeah.
I went, "Okay." And I'm thinking, "Oh, he's just a non-believer."
Well,
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We get in and it's meeting time. And I go, "Well, there's not really a lot of people. I'm just going to go table to table and talk to them." And that's what I did. I got over to this couple. I said, I explained who I was and the whole 9 yards. I says, "And I'm kind of upset that we don't have a lot of people here tonight. This is the smallest group we've had." I said, "But, I run this chapter here. I actually seen a Bigfoot." And the dude goes, "Well, I'm not going to talk about my experience. That's not going to do it." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I know where this is going." I says, "All right, let me explain to you what happened to me, if you don't mind." I said, "I'll sit here and tell you my experience." And I sat down and gave him my experience. He opened up to me with tears in his eyes and gave me all the details. With tears in his eyes. I know he was telling the truth.
absolutely.
And he's a big guy like you, Ron. Tall, a little stockier.
Hey,
And it affected him bad.
it doesn't matter how big you are.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry. Because I tell you, there's a lot of emotions involved with what we do. And for those people that don't do what we do and they've had their sightings, creates a animosity, so to speak, because they are afraid to tell the story.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that was a perfect example right there.
Yep. And I tell everyone, I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what I saw.
Exactly.
I know how I reacted, and the whole 9 yards. And Linda Sigmund's out there. She says hi to Ryan, blow us guys off. Wow. But yeah, that's the thing. You came out of your shell.
Yes.
You really did. And even though I dog on you and agitate the hell out of you, I feel very proud of you for how far out of the shell you came. Oh man, I just saw this. Riley's out there. She is a partner to the Full Circle Melded Magic Metaphysical Shop. She's like a daughter to me. I get to pick on her too a lot. Her and Sarah are the owners of the store down there, and I got some of my products there. And I take them to the different events with me. They can't go to Johnstown because they're already booked for another event. Shame on them, not going with me. But no, Riley and me will be up in Pontiac together. She's going up with me. And
well, I'm coming up there to Johnstown to mess with you, so be aware.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm bringing duct tape.
You have to catch me first.
I know how to catch you.
I might just cloak.
I know how to catch you. I put my arms around Christy.
Oh man, You got the bait now, huh?
I got you now, buddy.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're right. Everyone does like messing with me. I'm an
Yes.
easy target. And
You sit still too long, you become an easy target.
that's why I keep moving. By the way, folks, I'm in my new office.
It looks like the same one.
I got it laid out.
This is my temporary office.
Oh, Val, you're right. Ron, you need to look for the other Daisy Town near Johnstown.
Yes. I always get people confused about that.
Yes. And I totally forgot about Daisy Town up there.
I always,
Yeah, actually, I got friends in Daisy Town up there.
yeah, I always tell people I'm near California, PA, because I'm only 10 minutes away from the college. Because it is confusing having two Daisy Towns within an hour and a half of each other.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yeah. Linda loves the office for the lounging ET. Oh, she's being sexy back there. Oh. But yes, and I got that Lego of me too. That John Turley from Crowtown's Watchers.
the Turley Man.
Yes.
That's his new name. I nicknamed him the Turley Man.
Oh, I thought you said turd.
No. Go
No.
ahead, start that rumor.
Oh, I'm going to. Hey, Turdley, man.
Turley Man.
Oh, man.
We should just call him the Lego Man.
What's up, Lego? Yeah. Yeah, I know you'd like the shirt, Sarah. It's the Fayette County shirt I'm wearing.
I
I'm wearing in support of Fred.
don't know if you can see my shirt. This is
Then-
whenever Christy and I was in Tennessee, we went to the Goats on the Roof.
Yeah. Hey, read the thing from Linda.
I can't see it.
It says, I like Ron's skeletons. No, those are Chrissy's skeletons.
Hey, now, wait a second. Some of these are mine. If you follow the post, you'll hear her say that we can't take him anywhere because I ended up buying a 10-foot one. He's outside, and I got a 7-foot one. He's sitting over in a corner behind my grandfather's chair. They're everywhere. We're not done yet. The family's going to keep growing. So
I'm going to keep my big mouth shut. I got things to say. There's ladies out there.
when has that ever stopped you before?
When ladies are out there. My name ain't Ron.
When have I ever said anything inappropriate? He got closer to the camera. That's not good.
You ain't getting me on that one. I'm not going to say it. Nope.
There was a few things that I wouldn't mind putting out there tonight.
Don't you dare keep your pants on.
What? That is not what I had in my mind.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
a farce. But anyhow.
Boy, you're giving everybody the wrong impression of me.
Wrong?
Ruh-roh.
Wrong?
The wrong impression. Yes. You're giving the wrong impression because that is
But seriously, go ahead. Put some stuff out there.
so.
All right, wait a minute, folks. Here,
I
just muted him, so.
Oh, come on, Bill. I had to turn that off on my end. This is what I deal with, everybody. This is what I deal with.
Yeah. Go
This is
ahead.
why. This is why a show with us will last 3.5 hours.
Oh shit!
It,
Uh,
it's like a circus act. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
you're putting that out there now.
Speaking of which, adds to the chaos of me that I don't know if anybody ever heard me tell the part of the story that the fact that I wear this costume kind of adds to the clowniness of me because I have circus blood in me.
And he's scared of clowns.
Who's scared of clowns?
You.
I'm not scared of clowns. I am a clown.
That's true. But anyhow, what did you want to put out there?
Well, I just wanted everybody to know that there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but I'm going to start with this. For those who don't know, that not only do I do Biker Bigfoot and I go to events and I'm a speaker for PTSD, but I also and you've seen me working with Daniel Benoit. I've done promotional work. And I do still do field investigations. If anybody is in my area that needs me, I am more than willing to come and check out anything that they have to bring my way, as like Bill does, that, you know, you'll have these people reach out to you. I just want everybody to know that I'm available for that as well. I have been studying my area. I don't know if anybody knows a lot about it. I know John Statsko was involved back in the day whenever they had the investigation here in Daisy Town. So I've been doing some light research and doing some investigating back there. I've had communication with these ones. And I've found the evidence of them being there, and I'm still trying to reach out to them even further. It's just as far as I'm trying to find where they're actually staying, because there's rumors of an area where they're at, but I have to be very careful about what I do with this, because I do not want to get this publicized to the point where there's a lot of people coming down here.
Exactly.
So, you know, my research stays to me, and most likely John, because he's done a lot of research here. He's going to be showing me some of the things that he's learned about this area. I mean, it's not just the Bigfoot that I'm involved with as well, is other things too, because if anybody saw the documentary, whenever I went on that camping trip in Mount Davis with Daniel Benoit, we ended up into a spiritual sense of the aspect of Bigfoot. So I've been broadening my horizons with what I've been involved with, and it's pretty interesting stuff.
All right. Now, you've got to keep an open mind. And like you said about broadening your horizon, you've got to keep an open mind in this, because we really don't know much.
Yeah.
So you're doing it the right way.
That is another thing that I wanted to point out, and I've pointed this out before. There's a lot of people out there. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. There has been people stating that certain people are not true investigators, that certain people don't know how to investigate. Listen, you know the way I look at it is, not one single person out there that is an investigator doesn't know how to do this 100%, because there's not a textbook to tell us how to do this. It's almost like it's trial by fire, or you go by what you've researched from others that have done this stuff. I mean, this goes along with people.
Here's the thing. I know where you're going with that. All right. I learned things when I was in the service.
Yes.
I've been hunting all my life. I learned to track animals and what tracks are what. And I'm no expert. I'm no expert, but I got a lot of knowledge.
That is one aspect of it.
I got a lot of knowledge on how to research,
Yes.
but am I an expert at it? Huh, ain't no way in hell. There's still things to learn. There's,
We all have a lot to learn, whether it's in research or in life.
Yep.
I mean,
That's
because
the
I'm doing what I'm doing with PTSD doesn't mean I know everything. I'm still learning because I still have other people to meet yet. Everything happens for a reason in life.
Yes. And the thing is, your sighting at 13, my sighting 3 years ago, there was a reason for it.
Yes. I mean, I strongly believe I had that sighting at 13 years old to get me into what I'm doing now, because our life is mapped out for us, and there's certain stepping stones that we have to go across to get where we are now.
That's
back
the thing, yes. We got learn from the past.
Yes.
And apply it to the future.
Absolutely.
And still keep an open mind. I don't give a shit. I'm 65 years old and I'm still learning. And I'm going to be learning to the day I die.
You know that. We will continue learning until we take our last breath.
Yep.
Um,
Linda, you're 100% right. You got to get out in the field, ask questions, and stay skeptical. And let me tell you something. Linda goes out every day, and she really does. Her and her baby, we take that walk every day.
Yeah.
Marie Dumont down there in Florida is out all the time. Okay. Gwen Purcell gets out as much as she can. Yeah. And you notice I'm pointing out the women.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why I'm pointing out the women. The women. They don't get a lot of recognition for the research they do. And, you hear this guy, that guy, and I'm not going to throw no names out. And they're supposedly researchers, and they consider themselves the best of the best that never seen a Bigfoot.
Well, the way
and you know why? They never seen one?
Go ahead.
Because they don't have the right mindset and the right attitude in the woods.
You're not wrong about that.
No, I know I'm not.
I mean, you can go out in them woods hooting and hollering and doing all this TV stuff that you see. That's not research. Some of the stuff I've seen on TV, that's not research.
Yeah. Hell no.
Meetings.
And here is 100% truth. But Linda's saying, the thing I found, you don't really go looking for Bigfoot. You enjoy your surrounding. Bigfoot will find you. And that's exactly what the hell happened to me.
That's exactly what to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting.
I'd rather go sit in the woods, have a little campfire. We're allowed to have a burn. We'll have a little campfire, a safe one.
Yeah.
And just sit there all night. And I'll guarantee you, they'll be watching us.
They're always watching.
Yeah, they'll be watching us. You don't have to keep walking all through the woods.
No, I mean, if you're looking for evidence, walking through the woods is good.
You don't want to do it at night, though. Looking for evidence. That's the daytime.
Because you might
get these people tramping through the woods at night.
Yeah.
For what? All right, I'm getting on a pedestal here to preach about it.
I think I opened up that can of worms.
Oh,
I just
Linda helped. Linda helped.
I just merely wanted to say there is no book that says this how it's done. So the people that have made their complaints, made their statuses about things, hey guys, come on. You know, not one of us is a 100% real researcher that knows everything.
Yep. Yeah. And Linda's right about this, because I follow Linda. I watch for her posts, and she gets a wood knock every day. She goes out every day. Now they're comfortable with her. They know she's not doing no wrong. She's not there to do them any harm.
Mhm.
And she's right. They allow her into their home. Yeah.
Well, here's something that I've done is anytime I'm entering, I always speak out the words, I'm here to mean no harm. So, and whatever you feel that comfortable with saying, just to speak something out to let them know that you're not there to harm. I never carry a weapon. I have people ask me, why don't you carry a weapon? I said, listen to me. If you know the stigmatized size of these creatures, do you think that I'm going to stop it with a gun? I mean, think about it.
My friend John McKendrick put, back in the day, Bigfoot was spotted all over Butler and Indiana County, and top of Nanny Glow up there. And yeah, and they're still there, John, by the way. I've got reports. But the thing is, you're not going to stop them with a normal gun. You got to be carrying a high-powered rifle.
But I feel that I need to say it because of the fact that I'm involved with the PTSD. Because just like the whole thing about people not believing and putting you down for not believing, that's the same thing right there. If you're sitting there saying, oh, well, you're not a real researcher, you don't know this, you don't know that, that's putting somebody down and basically causing a PTSD because, I mean, you're afraid to say something. Or you're on the other aspect, now you're going to argue with somebody. I mean,
I try not to argue, and I've said this on other podcasts.
Let it roll off.
I said this on other podcasts. I was at this place. The guy invited a bunch of Bigfoot enthusiasts and that to a cookout, which was supposed to be. And Norm, you was there. Norm, you was there. My buddy Norm Doman. The cookout.
How come I wasn't invited?
They didn't know you then. Turn around. This gentleman came. He's going around pointing at people, telling Bigfoot jumps through portals. That's how he does it. There's no explanation. That's exactly what they're doing. And he was very firm and the whole 9 yards. And a couple people said, "You hear what he said?" Yeah. I just let him say it. Then he turned around. He got in this one very older gentleman. I'm saying very older, a lot older than me. I'm 65. And he's pointing at him. Finally, I stood up and I said, "Excuse me. They jump through portals." "Yes." "Bigfoot jumps through portals." "Yes, they do. That's how they do it." I says, "Have you seen a portal?" "No." Oh, wait a minute. "Have you seen a Bigfoot?" "No." "Then sit your ass down unless you tell these people that's what you believe."
Mm-hmm.
You show me some proof. You show me some proof that's what they're doing. Other than that, don't force your attitude and your belief. I says, share your belief, but don't force it down the people's throat.
That is 100% right. And that's basically the point that I'm trying to get at. It's like people, everybody has their different belief, everybody has their way of life, everybody has their different abilities. I, for one, do not have the third eye ability. There are people out there that do. So you're going to experience something totally different than I am. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm being very open about it
Yep.
and learning because I want to learn about all aspects of this whole situation, because there's people out there that are saying about the UFOs. There's people saying about the fifth dimension. They're talking about the portholes. That they are a spiritual being, that they are a flesh and blood being. Okay, so if you take a look at humans and say this person might be a witch, or this person might be this, or this person might, okay, well, hey, you know, not every single Bigfoot out there is the same Bigfoot all over the world. There's different tribes out there, just like we have different tribes of Native Americans. Okay.
Yep.
Those tribes do different things. You might have one tribe of Bigfoots that's capable of doing porthole jumping. You might have another one that is flesh and blood, and they're only able to walk through these woods and being seen. There's ones that can cloak. There's ones that can't. I mean, they're just like us.
Hold on. I got to say something right here. Shenandoah Valley Girl, Melissa Lester, and Dave Lester.
Hi,
both
guys.
says hi. How you doing? Okay. That's the thing. Yeah, we all got to keep an open mind. Share what we believe. Okay? I really do believe that. We need to share what we believe. Because, like when I give my presentation, do they jump through portals? I don't know. Do they say, beam me up, Scotty? I don't know. What I do know is I believe they're flesh and blood from what I saw. Are they? I don't know. That's it.
We have our experiences, but we don't know 100% exactly what this thing is.
Yep.
There's even stories in the Bible that talk about it. I mean, where in every aspect that everybody has ever talked about this creature, do we know 100% what this is? That's why we're out there doing the research, and that's why we are trying to work together.
Yep.
That's what needs to be done. A lot of us do.
But what do I preach, Ron?
We got to work together. A lot of us do work together, but then there are others that want to deface certain people. Talking about people that you're working with, because we are working together to go out there and do your individual research, and then you show up at a show to talk at a conference, and you've got all these other people there. I mean, just for example, there's 6 speakers at an event. Each speaker is going to have a different aspect to the story. But that's basically us working together because we're all at the same show together. So just like me and you right now talking here, we're sharing stories. We're talking about that. I've called you on a personal level and talked about things. So this is working together. I'm not going to sit here and put you down and say, no, you didn't see that Bigfoot. How do I know? I wasn't with you when it happened. And that this is the point that I'm trying to get to people, to maybe people to think. That's what you got to do, is use your brain. We're human beings. We have them. Think.
What? We got brains?
Oh my gosh. Did I say that?
Well, I know I do. A little bit of one. My wife won't agree. I got to fix it.
I'm flesh and blood. I know that.
But that's the thing. Hey, John Stasko's out there. The Vogel brothers.
Hey, guys.
The thing is, there's a group of us that will work together. Then you got that one person, and that's going to say, he don't know what he's talking about. You don't need to talk to him. You got to stay away from him. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, Melissa. Just a little.
Go in with caution. Then there's me. I just throw caution to the wind and I just talk to everybody because I don't worry about that stigmatism.
I don't either. And
I mean, that's probably why I've gotten to where I am so fast, because I'm so open with people. And I don't worry about what other people say about things. I'll take their words and I'll store them, and I'll think about it. And you know, if I ever face
but
that,
when a person starts bullying a person over their beliefs, that's when I get a little agitated.
let me share something little that I used to tell people. Whenever, long before I did any of what I'm doing now, people would say, how can you believe in something that does not exist? I have never seen a Bigfoot. Okay, let me ask you a question. This is what I'll say to the person.
Melissa knows me.
I'm sorry?
Melissa knows me. Some of us don't have filters.
So let me ask this question to that person that says that this thing doesn't exist. Are you a Christian? And if they tell me yes, well, then you believe in God. Okay. So if you believe in God, have you seen God? No, but you believe in him, right?
Now, wait a minute.
So I use that as
growing up, I thought I was God.
I'm sorry.
Because when I was growing up as a kid, I thought I was God. Because every time I walked into the room, I heard, "Oh God, it's him."
That does not count.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, mister. That does not work at all for this situation. Talk to the face.
But go on.
But I mean, seriously though, I mean, I use that aspect with people, and they were like, okay, I get your point. You know, you just got to be open with people. I mean, that's the biggest problem that we have in society alone. It doesn't matter whether if you're an investigator dealing with people that are downing you. It's just in everything in society. People want to put other people down because it makes them feel good. Okay, you know what? People, think about this. We're all human beings out there with feelings. Okay? And I'm not trying to talk about all this whole Karen stuff that everybody, the stigmatized Karen thing. Oh, will you hurt your feelings? No, I'm talking about just be a human being and be nice to people, you know?
Yep.
This is where the whole PTSD comes back into play.
Yes.
You know, you're talking about domestic disputes. You're talking about bullying. We're talking about sightings. We're talking about, look at the EMTs, the police, the firemen, all the stuff that they have to deal with whenever they go out on a call. Okay. Look at the military whenever they get called out to go to battle. What are they dealing with?
Yeah. And
it's human nature. We've got to realize that somebody's dealing with some
I was in the Army. And I had PTSD that I might have because I drank a lot after I got out.
That's one of the heavy things that happens with people.
Yeah.
Drinking and drugs. And then you have to get yourself off of that.
Yeah. Then turn around. I was a volunteer firefighter, and I was an emergency first responder with the ambulance company. And that stuff never really got to me. But what got to me was that Bigfoot.
But it does happen in the other aspect.
Yes, it does. I'm not denying that.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just the point that I was making. It does happen in those other aspects. You've been through all those different situations, and the biggest thing that stands out to you is the sighting of the Bigfoot.
Because I got scared.
Yeah.
I got scared. I never got scared. I get startled, but I got scared.
I can use Gwendolyn Purcell as a perfect example.
Yes.
She started off in the ghost world, in the paranormal, and now she's into the Bigfoot world because she had a sighting. She's also an EMT. I guarantee you she has gone through trauma with that. So, you know, for you to, a direction as a speaker or an investigator because of a sighting. That's just like me. I've always been totally interested in Bigfoot, but guess what? My interests are spanning because I've been involved in some other incidences in my life.
Yes. I always believed in Bigfoot. I was always interested in Bigfoot. But even, well, John, my buddy John McKendrick, he's living down in Indiana County. And he knows, he's known me from up here even. We got all kind of sightings down around there. We've got all kind of crazy stuff that has happened there. John's in with the fire department in Blacklick, I believe. So he has a lot of this stuff built up. I've got a lot of childhood drama, not drama, but happenings that got to me.
Yep.
So what I'm getting at is I'm surprised that PTSD didn't kick in long before this.
You may have had it and didn't realize it.
True. And it's something Linda just said too. She's had PTSD, but it's because all that stuff that's been with her since she was 3. You learn to live with it, learn from it, and love it.
Coping is a mechanism that the human brain is capable of doing. And that is something that I try to help people to get that function to work. Because some people don't have that function working. So, I mean, this is part of what I was going to throw out there tonight is that I don't want anybody to think that, okay, Ron and Christy are going and doing this. Ron and Christy are going and doing that. Ron has done this before he met Christy. Christy did this before meeting Ron. And we come together and now we're doing all these other activities. It's just, and I've always shared a lot of the things that I've done throughout the time period that I've been doing this. And what it is that I do this sharing is to show people that you can get out there and function in society with your disability, because it is a disability, and you work with your coping mechanisms and you enjoy life. So with that being said, I love sharing my journey with everybody because I never thought in a million years that my life would end up where I'm at right now.
I'm telling you.
I mean, in 3 years, my life has turned around to something that I never expected to happen in my life. Simply because I was asked to come to a show to speak in front of 450 people in Sutton. Thank you, Les O'Dell.
Yeah.
And I got to meet one of my TV idols, and it went from there. It changed my life. I absolutely love the fact of this journey being what it is.
Yep.
And to share it with people, that gives people, hey, if he can do it, I can do it. That's
the thing.
What I'm trying to put out there.
That's the thing. I was told to get out there and share.
Absolutely.
Talk about it. They didn't say share, they said talk about it. And that's the thing. It helped. It helped a lot. It's been about 5 years now that I've been fully researching Bigfoot. Even my wife said Bigfoot took over me. Basically, it did.
Yeah.
And but I was researching. I got into different groups, got out with different people, started researching with them, learning how they research and all that. And I'm like, man, this is like hunting, man. You've got to research your area. You know,
Yeah.
so take that in consideration.
Absolutely.
Uh, so you turn around and it took over my life per se because I wanted to find out. And it all started over the tree structures. Because finally I started thinking, what the hell is all these tree structures? I'm seeing them in West Virginia, Ohio, New York, PA. So I started researching them, which brought me back to Bigfoot. And I'm like, oh shit, the Patterson Gimlin. You know, so, and I exploded from there. And,
Well, look for an example. Was Patterson and Gimlin going out into the woods looking for Bigfoot? It
yes.
just happened.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go in the woods with the mind that, hey, I'm just going to come out here and I'm going to enjoy myself. There's another good thing for PTSD. Get out in the woods, enjoy nature.
Get grounded with nature.
Yes, absolutely. Because where do humans come from? Nature.
Melissa wrote, everyone copes differently to stressful situations. I was an EMT for 13 years, and we had a lot of transports that were PTSD related. Medication generally do not work. Meds only mask the symptoms.
Exactly. That's why I try to get people to understand about their coping mechanism.
And Melissa says this. So many people that have gone through traumatic situations are not getting the help they desperately need.
And I'm working on that.
Yep.
I don't know how many people know about this, but I am working on getting a facility that has a way for people to come to get help. I know there's facilities out there, but what I'm trying to do is going to be a lot different from what they do.
Yep.
It's going to take me a little bit of time because I want this to be right. But look for that.
It's going to take some money. And it's going to take some backing.
Yes.
Linda and Melissa both say that, like, Linda's research area is her happy place. And everyone knows I say that.
Absolutely.
And Melissa said the woods is her happy place. She loves the woods and nature. And that's my solace. I go out in the woods. I'm so more relaxed than I am in the city. So much more relaxed.
I love the woods, but as you have recently noticed, my happy place is my fiance.
Yes. We won't go there. But Dave Lester goes, many refuse to accept they have PTSD until something dramatic happens. I'm going to lean toward he's right.
Yeah.
Yes, Melissa, it is healing and it lets you de-stress. It does. I get so, even when I was hunting, I get out in the woods, I get in my stand, I got my gun down, I'm not ready to, I'm just sitting there relaxing, enjoying everything.
In my younger years growing up on a farm, I did a lot of hunting, and I barely shot the gun because I was more interested in sitting there enjoying nature.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, Glenda. Yeah, 50 years of dealing with it. And yeah, I know some of it was not good. Yeah. And like I said earlier with Ron, I still have times it hits me again. You know, right to the day I die, it's going to come back at me here and there. You know, And if I have a really, really bad day, I'll go to the woods. You know, damn hunting season started, so I got to be careful.
Yeah.
But now we're going to touch on something real quick,
Okay.
and something you guys are dealing with right now.
I just got chills because I know where you're going.
Ron and Christy got a shapeshifter down there, and I'm helping them deal with it. And it's something that it's very, how can I put it? It is very mental on it, affecting you mentally. That's the way I should put it. And just keep them in your prayers that we get this dealt with. I'm very concerned about it.
The mental status of this is not the right timing.
That's right.
And it is playing against us because of our recent loss.
Yeah, I got it. The loss of their pet, and which was their baby, it took its toll. That Luke,
It is
got
trying.
sick quick, and it all happened quick. And now this thing,
It's trying to get to us through our pet that we lost.
yep.
And I'm not very happy with it for that. And we're trying to deal with the situation. I mean, obviously, we're already going through grieving, and Christy's really taking it hard, and I'm trying to be strong for her. On top of the fact that this entity is doing what it's doing, right after we have already dealt with this shapeshifter. It's just like one thing after another, you know. And I mean, and her and I talked about this, about me talking about this tonight, because I wanted to share. I mean, I know a lot of us out there, you know, my family amongst us that are watching and beyond. A lot of us do have fur babies, and you don't realize how much they mean to you until they're gone. Or maybe you do, but it just hits even harder when they do go.
Yes.
It was an untimely death. He was just getting ready to hit 5 years old. He was a sweetheart. I know he's still here with us. I know he's in our hearts and in our minds. And it was a tough battle trying to get him to heal, but he just couldn't survive the battle. And so trying to get through these things, I had mentioned before about the coping mechanisms, you know, just trying to stay by my partner's side. And in reaching out to Bill, I've reached out to Gwendolyn, and she had Bill contact us, which I know Bill would talk to me about this anyways. It's very difficult time, as does many things in life. And I wanted to use this as an example to everybody to understand, you know, dealing with these things in life is very hard. PTSD is a huge thing to deal with, and it will put you down in a very low spot in your mind. And you got to keep your coping mechanisms and your support to everybody around you that's dealing with that kind of thing, and just help pick them up. Sometimes it's tough for people to take that. I know she has isolated herself from everybody right now until she's ready to be able to speak. So I'm kind of speaking for her. We're working together on this.
Wait a minute. She don't want to deal with a lot of people. I talked to her yesterday.
You're the first
Yeah.
that I talked to so far. she's
And
slowly coming up from it.
yeah, and she is having it real rough. And we discussed some things for them to do.
Yeah.
And and, and thank you, Linda, for praying fervently for them. We, I did a lot of praying for them last night myself. And, but some people don't understand that never had a pet, they didn't want a pet, whatever. Um, but a pet becomes family. I rescued a dog from down in Fayette County. I told Ron about it. And make a short story shorter, she was abused and just used as a puppy mill. It took a year for her to even trust any humans other than me and my wife. Then, when she realized not all humans are ignorant, she got real, real happy and loved going around people. 4 years after I rescued her, she died from cancer. I cried like a baby. Actually, we had some tumors broke open on her belly and were bleeding when I got her to the vet. And the vet said there's nothing they could do other than remove the tumors, but they'll grow right back. And so we can do that, run up a big, huge hospital bill, or quit the suffering. So we quit the suffering, and I cried like a baby.
Well, that's what we did. We tried to get him help, and we ran up. So we're dealing with that still, and he's not here, so it makes it even harder,
Yes, and so that's like losing a family member.
It is,
and I've been there with my pets and family. So, and I need people to keep my family in their prayers. We went through some things been for a month now. But especially last week, we had some really bad news on something, and I'm not going into details with it. But definitely prayers would help. That would probably set me back. What almost happened would have set me back a long ways. I probably would have lost it. And
yeah, it's kind of rough to think back. Like, we've had all these adventures together, and everything's all happy and enjoying our journey, and we're bringing her life and my life together, and she brings her pets up with her, and that's already her family, and it became mine, and I got really close with both of them. We still have the one here, and he has medical issues, but he's doing great. And I'm trying to keep his emotions away, because I don't want him to worry about the loss of his brother. He's diabetic and blind.
Yeah, and I saw him walking along the fence line.
Yeah,
yesterday when we were talking. And it's like, wow.
He took to the property really well, and I'm glad that he had the opportunity to learn the property before anything happened to Drake. I mean, unfortunately that happened, but Drake was his seeing eye dog, so to speak.
Yes.
She told me some stories about back home in North Carolina, whenever Opie would wander off, and she would tell Drake, go get Opie, and here they would come back together, and it was just, they were such close brothers to each other. But we're doing what we can for him too. He's already got his medical issues, and now he lost his brother. So it's, you go from these happy moments to these sad moments, but how we come out in the end of it strong, is the part that everybody got to look at whenever they're dealing with a situation like this. How do you come out of this at the end is the most important thing.
Yep.
Just like everything else that I talk about, you have to keep your support alive. You've got to keep your mentality straight. You've got to keep your hopes and your mind straight, and just live life, and you got to move forward, regardless of how hard it hurts. You still have to move forward because you still have other family members that we have to look at.
Yes.
We still have each other, so we're looking at our future still. I know everybody has seen that we're engaged. We're looking at a wedding, and that's coming up next year. The announcement will be named. We have some other changes with us collaborating our 2 pages. We still have our future that we have to look at. So it is very hard to cope with a loss like this. But
Yeah.
we still have our memories, and we still have our thoughts, and we still have our dreams. So we have to push forward. It's not going to be easy. We'll get there.
Linda put, if it helps, she's seen animal spirits often. I have twice seen a spirits leave animals upon their passing. I have no doubt that our pets will be the first to let us to meet us when we pass over. And it hurts like hell right now, but I agree with her. I believe they will be there.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
I know he's still with us. Her mom said that there's signs that his spirit's there because that's the place that he knows the most.
Right.
So she's going to be going down there soon, so she'll be able to experience that, and that'll be a good moment for her to just feel that happiness again from him.
Dave says one thing. See, the loss made you two stronger, giving you both a bond to each other that will never be broken. That is true.
That is something that her and I have talked about from the beginning. I mean, I know her and I have had a short relationship, but it has been the strongest relationship both of us have ever had. And we both support each other 100% in everything that we do. And to collaborate everything in our lives is just an immense love that we could never imagine in our lives to happen. And that goes along with everything that I have said. I never imagined my life to become what it has. And she is a huge part of what I'm saying there.
Yeah. It's weird, ain't it?
It is. I never expected her to come into my life. She never expected me to come in hers. And the big the thing that we do joke about is that we met at Bigfoot events.
Yeah.
So, Bigfoot brought us together. So, there's that path. There was the reason why I saw that Bigfoot at 13 years old, because my path was set for me to someday meet her.
And you saw that red hair and you said, "Oh yeah."
Now, Bill.
Exactly. We know what happened. Oh, look at that red hair. I gotta go talk to her.
Let me tell you. There's a story. Let me tell you, but the story, the way it ended up is the fact that we found each other, and I know the universe has guided us.
Yes.
So, and I know strongly in my heart that we were meant to find each other. And she teases me all the time. She says, "What took you so long?"
It's kind of weird because, like I said earlier, Beth says Bigfoot took over your life.
Yeah.
I'm going to Dairy Railroad Days this coming weekend. I'll be set up there as a vendor. The following weekend, I'm going to be in Johnstown speaking. And me and Beth was talking about that. I says, I'm really excited that I'm getting back out there again. And she goes, I'm just as excited as you are because you've been needing to do this.
You do.
And
you do. You've been going a tough battle.
Yes. Yes. Hello, Fred.
Hey.
My hero. And so I love that man. I really do. I got nothing but love and respect for him.
I do as well.
And, and he's, excuse me, he is the one that keeps me straight about my research and about my presentations. And now I'm going to be doing this presentation at Hotel Client Paranormal thing up there. And they want me to speak about the paranormal Bigfoot. I really don't know that much about that. So who do I contact? My hero. And when we talked that evening, he says, well, you're going to be at Hillview. He says, I'm coming up. I'll have something for you. He gave me 2 of his paperwork that he's done on it. And I'm using that to help me with my presentation. He let me borrow that. That made me, that made my heart overflow because now I got good information. And that's what I need. Because I'm learning from him. I'm learning from Brian Seach. I'm learning from Jamie and Jenny King. Wait a minute. Brian and Terry Seach. I'm learning from both of them. They've helped me a lot. The 5 right there, just those 5 right there, has helped me tremendous. It's kind of weird.
You know where that falls back to?
What?
Everybody working together.
Exactly.
Because I feel exactly the way you're saying right now, because all of yins are my heroes. Because without every single one of yins that have became family to me, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Man, I screwed up again. No.
Oh, man, I was out a heartfelt.
No, I had to break that up, man. Jesus, we're getting too sentimental.
You just squashed it.
We're getting too sentimental.
You was waiting for that. Oh, man.
No, and like I said, I'm proud of where you came to so far. And you're going forward. So,
I plan on taking this.
I'm nobody's hero. I'm nobody's hero. I'm just me. And I'll say how I feel and try to share what I know. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. She goes, love you guys. Proud of you both.
Thank you.
And I do these podcasts so I can learn, other people can learn from, it's all, like you said, we're going to be learning to the day we die.
Yeah.
So, and yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks because I learned a couple. Don't say it. Don't say it.
What kind of new tricks are these?
If that's allowed me to say.
I know one trick you're really good at.
Yeah, let me show you.
You hear what I'm saying? No.
Yes, we can.
You do it because you can. you're really good at taking care of the backstock of Dr. Pepper. You
Hey.
you need to have your own commercial.
Wait a minute. Whew. I got rid of them. Oh, no. No, I
What?
didn't. Dr. Pepper, baby.
Ah.
So, there's my commercial for tonight.
Right after these words from Dr. Pepper.
Be a pepper.
You're a pepper, I'm a pepper. How does that song go? You
Like
can
that.
be a pepper too.
I know what you did with your singing lessons money. You bought junk food.
I bought Mountain Dew.
All right, folks, show's over.
So on that note, no.
That note, we found out what's really wrong with him.
The researchers are still out on that.
Hey, let me tell you something, and this is the honest God truth. Dr. Pepper is the number 2 soft drink in the country.
What's number 1?
Not Mountain Dew.
Well, I wasn't going for that, but I just want to know what beat your drink.
Actually, we beat Coke out to move to number 2.
Oh my gosh. So which one's number 1?
Pepsi.
Ew.
But not for long.
Ew.
Not for long. I keep promoting it. We're going to number 1.
Yeah.
I got us moved up to number 2.
Well, let me tell you, I do love me some Dr. Pepper, but I have a problem with dark pops. That's why I don't drink it like you do. My ulcer.
No, Dr. Pepper has a problem with you.
Hey.
You don't listen to the doctor, or you wouldn't have the ulcer.
Wow.
See what happened to me when I wasn't listening to the doctors? I ended up in the hospital 3 times this summer.
Have you listened to anything I've said on this podcast? You are creating a bully situation, sir.
Stating facts.
Talk to the face.
Stating facts. That is a better looking face.
That's not my mask, by the way. I'm sure everybody recognizes that's not Biker Bigfoot's face. But
that's still better than Ron Howell's face.
What's wrong with this beauty right here?
I'm not allowed to say that on air.
Yeah, just drink your Dr. Pepper and shut up.
All right, Dave. Make sure Luna does everything she needs to do. They've got to take Luna out.
So, you're probably getting ready to knock this out. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw some things out there. I am working on getting a podcast of my own, and obviously that it's going to be about the whole PTSD situations that everybody has. It'll be, sharing things that we're doing, future events.
Copycat.
Hey, come on now. I mean, did you think that I was just going to run around in a costume and do awareness all the time? I got to talk to some people, man.
Yeah, you don't know when to shut up, but go on.
Hey, I get people to tell their stories, so I must be doing something. Come on. Bring it. What are you going to do? Come on, bring it. What is that?
My back scratcher. I don't have to pat myself on the back to hit that itchy spot. It even expands.
Just like your head is. It's getting swollen. I hope you put a big enough door on that office.
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, that's so Biker Bigfoot can come in with his.
Oh, okay. I'll
With
ride
this
my bike
trailhead.
right on there. I'll ride my bike right on in there, just like I did in Sutton for the video that I had to do.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna have a ramp out there anyhow.
Oh, okay. That'll work. I'll get right in there.
By the way, I got the 30-06 sitting here too.
Oh, now you want to shoot me? Okay, I see how it is. But yes.
Did I say that?
Oh, you said you.
I just said I got my 30-06 here.
I said, okay, so you're just going to present it to me and let me see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 1976 Winchester.
Hey, I was 2 years old.
1976.
When did you buy it? I was 2 years old.
Well,
What am I saying?
1976 is when I went in the Army.
Okay.
You got something to say about that?
Okay, well, you had to throw that in my face. All right. Make me feel bad now.
Yes.
See, this is what I have to deal with. Jeez.
Yeah.
I tell you how all the respect I had and the love that I have for you, and this is how I get treated. It makes me emotional.
God. I got work to do in this office.
What's the work? Hitting the mute button?
Yes. But anyhow, man, it's
yeah.
we're halfway compared to our last podcast we did on the time. We're halfway through it.
Yeah. But we only need a few more minutes because I'm going to throw a couple things out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've already built the beans about the podcast. I had said earlier about the office, so that's what I'm trying to do. Is when I get this office together, that's where my podcast will be.
Hold it. Chrissy's craft room.
Hey, there's going to be a wall. I'll have my space. She'll have hers. But we don't
room ain't that big.
Hey,
have a wall in there.
Hey.
Maybe a curtain.
Hey. Come on now. What are you trying to do?
You was 6.
What are you trying to do to me here?
I'm telling you how it is. I had an office too turned into a craft room. Why do you think I got this building?
Well, I'm probably going to have to add on to the house. Just so I can have my office. But no, seriously, that's what we're working on. It's funny because we went in there to release a little bit of anger about the loss. And we just like splatter painted everything. So it's looked really, really cool in there.
Yeah.
So whenever I do my next podcast, I was actually going to go in there tonight, but I don't have any lighting in there right now. So, but I drew a Bigfoot standing behind a tree, and we've got splatter paint everywhere. It's really neat. Kind of like a rec room.
We did splatter paint in my one son's bedroom back in the 90s.
It's pretty messy.
And it looked good.
It does look good. She loves it. Made us both feel better that we could let that loose. But Yeah, that's a few things that we're working on. Something else that I'm working on is obviously we'll be letting everybody know the dates and everything, what's going to happen with the wedding. Um, Also, whenever the podcast comes out, it'll be notified. Uh, Also, there's something else that I have been working on for a few years. I had a show years ago whenever I was with the Legion, and I haven't done one since. I am looking to put something out there. I'm hoping that it'll happen in 2025. It's going to be a big one. Uh,
Yeah.
it's You and I've already talked about it privately, and I've already got a few people in mind that I want to have there, and how the event's going to go. It's going to be geared towards the Bigfoot and the cryptid, and the big part of it's going to be the PTSD. Um, so look for when that comes out. I'm not going to give the name yet because I don't have everything worked out completely yet. But whenever all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted with everything, it'll be posted. So be looking for that this coming soon. So your
Yeah,
guys,
the date and everything. He will have it coming out soon, and it's going to be a really good event. I really do believe. But I gotta. All right, Melissa put when we said 1976, she was 6, but then she wrote when David went into the military in 77, she was 9. How'd you gain 3 years in a year? Are you a leap year baby?
that's 7 years.
No, that's 4 years.
I thought leap year was 7 years. Hey.
What
Wow.
was it?
Okay.
What part was the typo? Oh, she's bad at math. You got it, Dave. You got it. You was born in 68. I was 9 years old. So 76, you would have been 8 years old.
You're really showing your age there, Bill.
I was born in 1959. Megan, how you doing, sweetheart? Megan Baker's out there. She says hi to you too, Rod.
Hello.
Dave said, well, happy belated birthday, Melissa. I'm doing great, Megan. I'm going to be in Derry this weekend for Railroad Days, if you're not doing anything. And then the following weekend, I'll be at the Masonic Temple in Johnstown. I'll be speaking up there on the 5th and the 6th. But anyhow, Melissa, you turned 56. Holy shit, I'm older than you by 9 years.
I'm the baby here. I'm 50. Ooh.
Took 50 years to get that stinky, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I got a serious question for you. Very serious.
For me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
You know how Bigfoot supposedly puts off these odors?
Yeah.
Do you do that too?
Well,
only when you go to Taco Bell, right?
I've sweated in that suit quite a bit, so it puts off an odor.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, if my stomach's upset, maybe it'll add extra, but
oh my God, here we go. Wet behind the ears. That's you, Ron.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Dave and Melissa, here coming up in October, Dan has that camping trip down there in Virginia that we're all going to be going to. So that's going to be an interesting trip. I know William Nighthawk is supposed to be there, so we have something going on with him at this camp out. So
I'm not camping in October.
why not? Is it too cold for you?
I'm not getting pneumonia again this year.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well,
Three times the charm,
we'll-
they saying no, it wasn't.
I'll be in my tent, cuddled up in my suit. I'll be warm.
You're gonna be cuddling up by yourself?
In my suit, yes. What?
You're gonna be in your suit.
In my tent by myself, yes.
You're gonna get raped.
Not if they can't see me.
Oh, the
I'll be in
Bigfoot's
my tent.
see you. Ooh,
Hey.
come here, big boy.
I was in that suit in the woods last year in Virginia and nothing happened. So I think I'm good. Dave's got the pictures to prove it.
Hey, Dave's going to film this one. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Hey, what happens at camp stays at camp.
Right now, Dave's filming it. We're going to see it.
No evidence.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I gotta
You're gonna hook me up, right, Dave?
if I'm wearing a suit, I gotta keep warm somehow, you know. I sweat in that suit.
Oh, you're gonna put off the odor. Come get me, big boy.
Oh no. No.
No. Oh.
Dave, don't encourage him.
Oh, this just went straight downhill. And I mean straight downhill.
As it does.
Oh my God. But no, I hope you guys have a good time at the camp out. You know, I'd love to go, but I'm not doing no camping. Not the rest of this year. Yeah, Dave says you bring it out of the people, Ron.
What's that?
Oh my God.
I missed that part. What'd you say?
Oh, Dave says, Ron, you bring it out of the people. And Linda goes, who's playing the music? If they're hearing banjos, you know someone's squealing like a pig.
Hey.
That'd probably be Ron.
Just because my roots go to Buchanan, West Virginia, doesn't mean it. Now, come on.
And John Nicely is making chili too at the camp out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. Biker Bigfoot's gonna be putting on some odors.
Yeah, that campfire is going to be really big.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Barton was sassy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, you never know what's going to happen with Biker Bigfoot around. Good time. Good times.
I'm not going to say nothing. Nothing. The hell I won't.
I was waiting for that.
But anyhow, hey, we're gonna be cutting this short here soon.
Yeah. So I hope with everything we got to talk about tonight's helped everybody. Maybe give some insight on some things. If you guys need to talk any further with me, I'm always open to reach out to me. You know, I got my personal page. I got Believe in Yourself page. I even got Biker Bigfoot page. You got wherever you need to reach out to me. Find me at shows. I know we stepped back for some shows this year because of all the construction and everything. We're trying to get things caught up before the end of the year. Winter's coming, and we're just trying to get things done because come the first
Do
of
you
the year,
have any other
we got a lot
you're
of
going
stuff.
to be doing this year at all?
Well, I'm not sure that we're going to be involved with them, but we might go. Like I know we were going to come out to Johnstown since you mentioned that to us, but we really don't have ourselves planned for any more right now. I know her friend Dave has a couple shows that we're involved in. I'm not sure 100% what we're going to end up doing about that because of everything that we got going on,
Right.
But I know after the first of the year, we're going to be hitting everything hard. So we're just trying to play catch up right now with her moving up here and all the construction and everything. So
And making it a home for two, not one.
absolutely.
And,
That is very important to us.
yes.
No, stepping back for a moment is not a bad thing whenever, we are coming together the way we are. That's important to us.
Yes.
So come the new year, new things are coming, as you heard. So, everybody just got to keep their eyes open for the posts. And
I will be sharing the hell out of it.
absolutely. Just to give a little hint, Bill will be involved in this.
I will.
So, yes. Yes.
I'll add that one to the list. Speaking of the list,
Yes.
since they're kind of backing off this year, I got 4 events that I still going to be at. 3 I'll be speaking at. This weekend, Dairy Railroad Days. I'll be down there as a vendor. Next weekend, Southwest Pennsylvania Cryptid and Supernatural Expo. I'll be there speaking 2 days. 2 days next weekend. October 5th and 6th, I will be at Hotel Conneaut, Conneaut Lake, PA, for the Hotel Conneaut Paranormal. I'll be speaking on the 6th about the paranormal Bigfoot, like I was talking about in the broadcast here. And then November 23rd, I'll be down in Waynesburg at the Greene County Fairgrounds for the Paracon. Southwest Pennsylvania.
Are you going down to Point Pleasant this weekend?
No, I'm going to be in Derry.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I know we had talked about that in the past. I know.
I wanted to go. I wanted to take my grandson, but we didn't get a hotel room, and I did not want to camp out.
Yeah. That's a huge event, and we have to plan big time for that one. I know.
Yeah, for next year, I'm going to plan on going. I'm going to take my oldest grandson.
Yeah.
He's a Mothman fanatic, so we got to go.
And just so some people that are listening don't think that I forgot about them, but I'm also a huge supporter for the military code talkers, the Native American Navajo code talkers. I'm working on trying to bring them into my show as well, because I'm a huge supporter for what they did in the military. Christie's.
By the way, Linda will be at Point Pleasant for that festival, which she would.
I hope everybody has fun. I wish we could make it.
Yeah. The game plan was from last year is for me and Evan to go, but my health has screwed that up. So
yeah, that's like I'm playing it by ear for that camping trip, because I was supposed to go in the mountains this weekend with John Statsko, but I can't go because I've been having car trouble. So I'm hoping things work out by the time the camping trip in October comes around. So that's we got the move from her mom's, and it's so like I said, we're playing it by ear with a few things, but for the most part,
with those 4 events I'm doing with, and then it's going to be Christmas, folks.
Yeah.
So there ain't no other events happening.
Well,
goodness.
actually, her friend Dave,
No.
Krampus.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Krampus.
Yeah.
You got that going on in Erie too.
I think his is down in West Virginia somewhere. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly the location right
Yeah,
now.
his is West Virginia, and Eric and Carrie Figueroa's has it going on up there in Erie. I like to go up to that one. Yeah, so we got the events are winding down. Thank
Yeah.
God. There's so many.
Yeah.
So, my
But
event,
get ready.
my event's 6 months away.
Can't wait
You
for
know,
that.
Biker Bigfoot will be there.
Yes.
Cryptic Chaos is going to be there.
Yes, she will. We'll both be there.
Bill Rigby will be there.
Yes. Bill will be there.
March 29th, it's going to be the largest cryptid paranormal conference in Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, and West Virginia.
Go big or go home.
I
bet.
never thought in 2 years I outgrow the spot I was at. And I had to move it to Tiffany Banquet Center.
Guess what, Bill? You did it.
Yeah, we did. And Linda, no problem, hon. No problem.
Always have faith in yourself. So, that's a huge goal to hit.
I wanted to hit big, but I didn't want to go this big that quick because that kind of threw me for a loop. It's a big undertaking, but it's worth it. It's a big undertaking.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the same thing. Like, my first show in how many years? It was small time for the first one a couple years ago, but this one I plan on it being huge. And I believe me, I get where you're coming from with it, because I with me opening back up into another show, I wanted it to be big, and
Right.
This is a huge important thing. So it happens.
Yes.
It happens.
And I'm glad we went
Hard
big. And I'm glad that it gets the response it's getting. But it's not me that made the response. It's the vendors, the speakers, that whole 9 yards there. I just brought that all together. It's them that has made it a success.
And that's the responsibility of a promoter.
And when I went to all these different events in the last year to promote for this year, that helped. I couldn't get out like that this year, but I'm still getting good response. So, but anyhow, it's 2 minutes to 9.
Yes.
I want to go in the house. I want to go spend a little bit of time with my TV.
I thank you for having me. Thank everybody for joining in. I hope anything that I've been able to say tonight is helped. Again, like I said, you can always reach out to me outside of this podcast. Where I'll be at all times because we post everything. Same thing with Bill. Just let me know. If there's any questions that I can help with, I may not have the answer, but I'll do my best to answer it or find the answer for you. Yep. We have a huge support system, and that's the way we got to be.
And thank you, everyone, for watching and contributing in and listening to the shenanigans of me and Ron. Ron, thank you again, brother.
My pleasure, and thank you.
And folks, it was kind of funny because he did message me and said, I got to get back on the podcast again. Oh, hell yeah. And I messaged him the dates I had. He said, yeah, I could do that. So that's how that all transpired. But yes, thank you all. Appreciate you all tuning in, listen to the shenanigans and the good stuff that we share. Just be safe out there. Weather's changing. The leaves are starting to fall early. We're in a drought.
Yeah.
So if it rains real hard, a lot of leaves on the road, as my former co-captain or co-chief of the fire department used to say, for his loving words in the beginning of fall, be safe. Wet leaves are like ice.
Hey, and guess what else?
What?
Believe in yourself.
Always. Take care, all.
Thank you for tuning in to the Agents of the Unexplained. Please visit our website at agentsoftheunexplained.net for unique paranormal merchandise like t-shirts, books, and coffee mugs. Join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more thrilling content. Until next time, keep questioning the unexplainable.